In today's video, we are taking the Punisher 13.5 turn motor, sticking it in the DR10 drag car, and we're going to test to see how it does. Welcome everyone. If you're new, my name is Troy. This is Roadside RC. On this channel, you'll see us doing the bashing, drifting, crawling, racing, but also doing a whole bunch of product reviews, how-to videos, and things along those lines. And we have been recently doing a slew of tests and kind of experiments with RC drag cars, kind of getting into this world with this team associated DR10. And in my local group, there is a fair amount of people that are trying to run the 13.5 turn motor class. And so I had to get me one. Right now, when I got this car, it was a roller. And so I just threw a random old Hobby Wing ESC that I had in it and a old Castle 5700 kV motor laying around. But that's not legal. So I had to get me a 13.5 turn motor. I did a bunch of research, looked around to see what was out there, and I settled on this Punisher motor. It is a 13.5 turn from backed by Trinity. So we are going to check this motor out. It comes with Punisher stickers. It comes with a sensor wire. It has some safety instructions, and then look at that nice looking motor right there. We're gonna get this installed, soldered in, and then we will get it over to test. Just like that, motor is in. I ran some big old nasty 10 gauge wire. It's similar to just what I had around from my full-size car days. So some 10 gauge wire, so there should be no concerns about it coming in there. Sensor wires on. I did notice that the motor from the factory is actually set at 30 degrees. When we go out testing, I'll probably modify that, right? I may actually start at 0 and just start building it up just to see what it does. But it's time to get this thing out and test it. All right, it is out here. We are out here today for the test day with the Punisher motor in it. So 13.5 turn Punisher. We're going to be starting at, what I'm going to do here to test this motor out today is I'm actually going to be testing the different timing marks that it has on here. So I'm actually going to start at 0 indicated. If I remember correctly from the specs on the motor, they claimed that at zero timing, it was like a 2650 kV. And so we're going to try it there. And then I'm just going to keep going up at 10 degree increments until we kind of figure out where it plateaus for speed. Now, obviously, what also interacts with that is gearing. And so on the other side of the plate here, we do have the same gearing that I ended with last time, which I believe was a 3269, which is pretty dang aggressive. But it's where I ended up with the previous motor as far as what was fast. And so I'm going to start there, knowing that at some point after I do the timing test, I'm probably going to have to tweak the gearing also. That feels super duper slow. Oh, that is slow. Hey, it goes nice and straight. Yep. All right, ready, set, go. You think that was faster? You think you won? All right, come back over here in distance and then we can see together. So once it gets close, we will read. You did an 8.5 at 16 miles an hour. The drag car whooped you. Whooped you big time.
I wasn't going too fast that time, actually.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, so far 0, 10, 20 degrees have been a little bit disappointing, but okay, and making steps in speed as we go. So now we're officially back to the 30 degrees that the motor came with out of the box. So let's see out of the box what it would do. That feels a lot stronger. Whoa, it spun the wheels! Degrees, test number 1.
Ooh, that was good.
It launched easy and it went straight. Okay, so we've gone now from 0 degrees all the way to 60. It is interesting. The motor really did not like that low 0, 10, 20 degree timing. It was slow and it generated all gobs of heat. And so really had to let the motor cool down between those runs. Ever since then, got into the 30s and 40s. Did really well. It seemed to like kind of the sweet spot for us was probably around that 40 degrees. I need to look at the data some more. But, you know, it had, I think that's when I had my lowest ET. But then even in the 50 and 60 degree mark, I kept gaining mile an hour. And so the car's really responding there. I know the ET is not very good at like a 3.5, you know, and yes, it's a 13.5 turn car. So it's not going to be wicked, you know, blazing trails or anything like that, but it should really get down into that 3.0 range. So there's a whole half second out there somewhere that I'm losing. I think a lot of it is on the launch. There's a lot there. You can still see today I'm just doing burnout on the asphalt itself. I still need to get myself some carpet to get a good carpet burnout, make sure the tires are nice and clean. I guarantee you they're not, and that's limiting how much I can actually launch off the line. So I'm really curious to see. I know there's going to be a lot more in this car, but you know, for me, I'm probably going to stick somewhere. I'm going to continue to test in that 40, 50, 60 degree range. You know, can I get the ET down with just the launch, knowing that my launch is soft? So I don't know. That's where I'm sitting right now. That's what I'm thinking. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts if you're out there running a DR10. Otherwise, this car is rather stock as it sits right now. Not a lot of tuning with the suspension or anything, so I know there's more in it. I need to take the wheelie bar off in order to be legal in my 13.5 turn class. And it doesn't matter because it turns out I'm not using it right now anyway. But anyway, so that's what we're working on. So if you are smart when it comes to the drag cars and you want to give me some tips and recommendations down below, I would love to hear it. I'd love to know more about it. Otherwise, be on the lookout for some more stuff, more testing and everything else. In the meantime, while I'm working on that, come over here and check out some of the other videos that we've already made, whether it be more drag action, whether it be other kinds of racing, drifting, crawling, bashing, whatever it is like that. Check that out. I always appreciate the support, and we will see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.